the actual calculation, I'll request each of you to get a plain piece of paper somewhere. You can use the old activity sheets that we are using. Just use one of them or two. And then we'll go step by step in getting that the costing for the manufacturer. Okay? So to start, we want to see what are the steps. So the first step is for the manufacturer. Okay? I've even written them on the whiteboard. It's different for the manufacturer and for the retailer. By the time we finish calculating, you'll understand why it is different for the manufacturer and for the retailer. Calculating the cost per item. Okay? The fixed costs and the variable cost. So the first step is to estimate for the manufacturer, is to estimate the variable cost, and then you add the estimate for the fixed costs per item, and then you add the two to get the total cost per item. Okay? Are we together? If I'm going so fast, please shoot up your hand. I'm going too fast. The general equation of this. Estimate. We are calling it an estimate. Why? Like the variable costs. Let us complete. By the time we complete, you understand why we are calling it an estimate. Okay? By the time we complete the calculations. So the general equation is that to get the total cost per item or total cost of that of this remote is the total variable cost, which was the cost that was incurred to create it, plus the total fixed cost. Okay, that is the general equation. For manufacturers, we estimate both. We estimate both the variable cost and the fixed cost. Okay, to get the total cost. Now, the first step to estimate the variable costs, I want to take you through the variable cost and the fixed cost. The first step is to list the input that fluctuates with the production volume of or the amount of service provided. So you have to list that input that is used to create this remote. There can be several inputs. Yeah. So you write the item in part one of the production costing form. So in your forms, you have in the business plans, there are forms. If you look 6.1, you'll see the production costing of the business plan. You'll see the production costing form. In the business plan, not the manual. In the business plan booklet, you'll see section 6.1. You'll see the production costing form. There you write those inputs in the first column. Potato. The second step is get the cost of buying 1 unit of each input. Okay. The second step is getting the cost of each input, and then you write that on the second column. Are we all on the 6.1? Yeah. The second column is reading what in the title? Cost of purchase, right? Now for each of those inputs that are used to create that material. Then the third step is to calculate how much input is needed to make one product or to provide one service. And to do that, we write that amount in the third column. Okay? The third column is titled what? Yes, so estimated quantity per item. We'll use the example in our manuals to calculate that. And then the fourth step is to calculate the cost of each input item needed to make one product or to produce one service. And to do that, you multiply the unit cost of each item and the quantity needed. So you multiply column 2 and column 3. Okay? Yeah, to get the total cost of each item. And then the last part is to work out the total variable cost per item. So you add the whole column 4, column 3 or 4, column 4, right? You add that to get the total variable cost. Okay? So that is the first step of estimating the variable cost. Remember, to get the total cost, you first take the variable cost, total variable cost, plus the fixed cost. So we've seen how to get the variable cost. See the steps. Now let us see how to get the fixed cost item. So that one you'll get in 6.3, in your form 6.3, in your booklets 6.3. 6.3 there you estimate the total fixed cost per month, okay? Here we are doing it per month, not per item. So you get it per month. And then you do, the second step is to calculate the total of the variable costs your business will have per month. Then you write the results of your calculation in the space for item that is in bracket 3 of the production costing form, okay? That is in your fixed cost table 6.3. So that's how. Then you calculate the total fixed cost per item. Then you write the result in the space provided in item 5. You see where it's written number 5 in your table. I don't have it here with me, but you can see there on the production costing form. Production costing form is 6.1. So you use both calculation of variable cost and So I'm sure I've confused you a bit there. So let us do the calculations first manually. So from your manuals, you'll see that for city garbage collectors. Yes?
No.
City garbage recyclers. So what John and Mary need, they need 800 kilograms of waste vegetables, okay? And then they also need 120 kilograms of chicken manure, okay? And then this is used to process a batch of super organic compost, and each batch produces how much? 400 kilograms of, and that is super organic, right? Super organic compost manure. Now, and that batch, if it's 400 kgs, we are told that that company produces 2 products: organic compost, right? The first of all is organic compost and super organic, right? Organic compost is packed in how many kgs? 20. Organic compost, right? Are we following? Yes. It's packed in 20 kgs. And then super organic is packed in 10 kgs, okay? Yeah. So it means that from this, look here, from this need they have 800 kgs of waste products and waste vegetables, 120 kgs of chicken manure. They produce 400 kilograms of what? Super organic. And remember, super organic is packed in 10 kg. So how many bags will super organic come from that bag? 40 bags. Good. 40 bags. So let's now calculate. Are we together? Sorry. 60, not 67, maybe 65 or 64. It tells us that city garbage recyclers package their 2 products: organic compost in 20 kgs and super organic in 10. Are we together?
Yes.
Are we together? All of us. So, and these are the 2 products, and this is the amount per batch. So remember, we want to start calculating the variable costs of each input of each of the business, and we start by 1 product. So we'll start by super organic compost. So we calculate the variable cost of super organic, of creating 1 bag of super organic compost. 1 bag. So the variable cost of coming up with 1 bag of super organic. And you say the first point is to list the inputs required. We have them here, right? Yeah. The input is waste vegetables. Are we together? Mm-hmm. Waste vegetables. Then you have chicken manure. And then, according to the manual, they also tell us they have second-hand bags. They also package them in second-hand bags, right? Second-hand bags. And then the last of it is the labor. So that's how. We'll see. If you read down in your manual, you'll see that they have also costed the labor. So the second row is to estimate the product cost per item. You remember the steps we followed? So the second step here is to do the estimate purchase cost. So I'm going to squeeze them here so that they fit. So, and this is in, let's say, Kenya shillings. The manual is in dollars. We're using Kenya shillings. So one waste vegetable bag costs 0.05 Kenya shillings per kg. Okay? Per kg. 0.05. And that's why I told you to come with your calculator. Please follow me, Kili. Are we together, Kili? Yeah. Yes. And then 1 kg of chicken manure costs how much according to your manuals? One bob per kg. And then the second hand bag costs how much? 25 cents per bag. You know, since we are estimating the variable cost of one bag, we just use one bag. And then the labor cost, we were told that one laborer is paid 24 shillings per day. So that means per hour it will be how much? 3 bob, right? Divided by 8. You know, the working hours in a day. So 3 per hour. Any question after that? These are the inputs that are used to create this super organic compost manure. So. And then these are the unit prices per kilogram. And then the next column is the estimated quantity per item. Remember, per batch they are producing 400 kgs, right? Of super organic, right? So it means estimated quantity per item for the waste vegetables will be 40 divided by this 40. We said that batch will produce 40, right? 40 bags. 40 bags. Are we together? Felix?
Yes.
It's okay.
Get it. Let me get it again.
Get it.
These 40 bags, is it the combination of the two waste vegetable and chicken?
No. This, please take this one separately. This was just to highlight to you that organic, the city garbage recyclers have 2 products. The 2 products are organic compost manure at 20, which they package in 20 kgs. Take 20 kg bags, and then super organic compost manure they package in 10 kg bags. Okay? And here we are calculating the variable cost of producing 1 bag. Okay? We are calculating the variable cost of producing 1 bag of super organic compost.
So that is 1 bag of 10 kg.
So
1 10 kg bag.
Yeah, 1 10 kg bag. Okay? Let me put here 10 kg. So that bag will be 10 kg. Okay? 1 bag of super compost. Are we together? So this 40 comes from this explanation we were given that for them to create 1 batch, they need 800 kgs of waste vegetables, right? And they need 120 kgs of chicken manure. And that one will produce how much? 400 kgs of super organic. Therefore, here we are saying the quantity that will be required to produce 1 bag, this 1 bag, 10 kgs, right? Remember, these are 40 bags. If they package super organic in 10 kg bag, how many bags will 400 kgs go into? Felix?
See, I understand everything you are saying, but I'm not getting the question. The question actually was trying to ask is waste vegetable and the chicken manure. If you add 800 plus 120, that is 920.
You don't need to add. We're taking them separately.
So no. Just hear this.
Okay.
This is the part you are asking. You see, because you're saying this 40, is it only for organic what? The 20 one?
Yes. Okay, what we are saying.
And what about this, the lower one now?
The organic, no, this one is for super organic, okay? It's for this. This is for this, super organic. You have not yet come to calculate for organic compost.
Okay.
This explanation is for super organic.
Alright.
It's not for organic compost.
Okay,
So.
Nice.
Yeah, so we are not calculating the variable cost for organic compost. That one has already been given, but you can calculate if you want to. It will take us a long time. Like just a replication of this, but you'll get the answer. So what you're calculating is super organic compost, the variable cost for 1. Are you following? Please write these steps down. If you don't write them down, you'll get confused. And that's why I told you to. That's okay. Write those steps down. That's why I told you to get a clear piece of paper, write from behind, and start writing everything I'm writing, because there's an activity coming that you need to replicate everything I'm doing now. Okay? Are we together?
Yes.
And we promise each other that by the end of this session, we are going to love mathematics or numbers, but you say that you love maths right back. So that's how. So let's show it from what you're doing. Are we okay up to here?
Yes.
So here we are looking for the quantity that is going to produce one bag from this 40. So we take 40 divided by 100, by 800, sorry. So, because these are 40 bags that have been produced by from these 400 kgs by this 800. So to get one bag, we take 40 divided by 800 to get 20 kgs, which we put here. Are we together? Jabuya?
Yes.
Tuko pamoja? Stella?
Yes.
Are we together?
Yes.
Yes.
We are not.
Really? They're not together? Okay. From where?
Where you dividing?
Why am I dividing?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I saw you going out, so I wondered. Okay, but what I'm saying is, what are we doing? You're calculating the variable cost per bag, right? And city garbage collectors has two products, super organic and organic. Organic, they package in how many kgs?